up, party people? Sofa Hoops Radio. Ilee, Coleman, Tawdry Beast, live from the sofa. Second man on the sofa, my man Tawdry. We here talking Miami Heat today. Formerly known as the most hated. Now they're starting to get love again. I wonder what that was all about. But I'm gonna let you start it off with Miami. Talk to me about Miami, my man.
Yeah, hey, listen. You know what? I think Miami got a pretty decent team, man. I think this was what was envisioned before the decision.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you're starting to see Chris Bosh come around and do what he was supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not as fast, can't jump as high as he used to, but he knows how to score, man, and he knows how to play within the team concept. I mean, I'm liking what they're doing right now. But the point guard situation is a little different because I like Dragic out west, but I don't like Dragic out east. He's playing real tentative and not shooting the ball, and I don't know if it's because he's in a sort of a Rondo situation when Rondo was with the Celtics, playing with two Hall of Famers that feel intimidated to a degree to where they have to tell him to shoot the ball. And I'm like, no, I mean, the dude has skills. Dragic has skills, and I like, the initial pull of Pat Riley pulling him over there. I thought that was a good fit for them, You take some pressure off Dwayne Wade, you'd be able to score in the backcourt, but he hasn't been able to produce that. I thought getting rid of Chalmers was a mistake. I thought they should have kept Chalmers because of what he does. He knows the system, and he's not scared of the big moment. And he plays defense. He just got yelled at a lot. He may be, his heart may be hurting a little bit, but LeBron's gone. So, he was the fall guy. But LeBron's gone, and I think you would see him rise back to being, a player that we saw in Kansas,
he's been playing well in Memphis. He's been really helpful to him over in Memphis. I thought that I didn't mind them getting rid of Chalmers. They're trying to make some room for some younger guys, and they do got a little bit of heavy salary over here, so I understood it. I think that I'm really impressed with Chris kind of bouncing back like you. I mean, he's not averaging out of this world numbers, but he's definitely. They got a little team concept thing over there, and a thing that I feel like a lot of the prognosticators and people aren't really saying is that I believe that the Heat are another team that they built for the playoffs, man. They're not really that worried about right now.
Right.
It's a team where they thinking about the playoffs, and a lot of people were, they're not, they're not really doing that great or whatever. Or they're not, in Cleveland's league, whatever league that is, after that thing that happened the other night. I don't know what league they in. But they and, the Bulls, they kind of built for the playoffs. Like, look, man, let's just play best we can right now, and we get our way to the playoffs. And I kind of like what they've constructed. I feel as though when I look at their roster, they can use some kind of move before the deadline. I don't know what exactly. I feel like Luol Deng is a little bit of a disappointment. I'm not terribly disappointed in Dragic. I feel like Dragic is he's in a new situation with two dudes who really demand a lot of touches, and he's managing it. He's not on the Suns where he's the focal point. So I think that under those circumstances, I think he's doing okay. Not great, but okay. And I particularly like the emergence of Hassan Whiteside. He was looking a little injury-prone early on, but he really turned into a monster in terms of what he does defensively.
That pickup for them, man. Whoever went into that YMCA and got that dude, man, hey, that was worth the price of their membership.
Yeah,
that was
man.
a good call that day. And they got Beno Udrih over there, too.
Yeah.
I like Udrih, man. He's always been a steady guard in the league, man. He does what he does. You know what he's going to get. He's not going to turn the ball over. He allows Dwayne, both of those guys allow Dwayne Wade to roam like he likes to do, Now, the Birdman is there. I don't know why Haslam can't see the floor. He didn't play hardly that much last year either. You know,
it's called old.
I don't know if is he just playing out his contract, but he could give you 10 minutes, man.
He's averaging 20 minutes a game, but Udonis Haslam is like 60 years old, man. He's only getting 20 minutes a game. That's enough, man.
Yeah, man. I like them. Again, like you said, I think there are certain teams in the league that are built for the playoffs, and they really don't care what happens as long as they're playing well. 20 games out, 10 games out of when the second season starts, that's when they come alive. So I'm really not too on what they. I like Winslow too. I like Winslow.
Winslow's looking good. I mean, he's getting. Here's what I'm gonna say about Winslow. He's getting a lot of minutes to only be giving you the numbers he's giving you. But I think he does a lot of little intangibles. You know what I mean? Like, he's averaging big minutes. Like, he's getting 40 minutes a game, but his numbers, not so good. He's an intangible guy.
Yeah, well, everybody can't be a Gerald Green.
Gerald, look, man, Gerald, man, he gets himself into some nefarious type situations. Gerald's a little hood. We got a lot of that in the league, but, Gerald gives you some stuff, man. Like, he can have nights where he just shops you. He reminds me a lot of J.R. Smith in terms of outrageous skill set. Just can't seemingly keep his head right. I'm more concerned with Luol Deng, man. I just think, like, you can't have two Duke players on your squad, man. Like, seriously, man. It's like these dudes be underachieving, man. And they glue guys. That's the thing I give Duke players, man. Most Duke players, when you look at their careers, they are famously glue guys. Like, they hold things together a certain kind of way, but you don't need two of them dudes on your team. So you got Dang and you got Winslow doing pretty similar things. Like, somebody got to go, man. I think that you get Dang out of there and send him somewhere where he can maybe have a shot at something. I don't know. He needs to be a sixth man or something, like off the bench kind of a dude. At this point in his career, he hasn't really been the same since he left Chicago, man.
I think send him back to Chicago, man.
No.
Chicago, man. Listen, you got to repair his feelings, man. He's hurt, man. He got his feelings hurt. Send him back to Chicago, man. Let Gerald Green get his touches, man. Listen, don't Gerald Green look like Juvenile?
Like Gerald Green look like a lot of stuff. I know one thing. That boy jump out the building, man.
He jumps out of it, and he's not scared.
He goes hard. He
takes shots, and he does what he does. I mean, listen, I like to watch him. I do. I like.
Yeah. When he's not suspended or something, he's dope. I like the young dude. The young guys on the team. The dude who really has impressed me. I like Tyler Johnson a lot. Like, he has flashes where he's just really impressive. He's a great guy off the bench, man. I like his energy. And my former neighbor over here who moved down to Florida, what's up, Big Israel? You in Florida, man. Miss talking to you, yo. Big Israel, and then moved down to Florida. Amari Stoudemire is going to be useful to them come big picture time. Right now, he's collecting a check, stealing money. But when he says, like, when we get towards the playoffs, he'll be worth having his experience and some of the stuff I saw him do on the tail end of his time in New York. That will come in handy. So,
I've always been an Amari fan, man. I just, he's another one, though, on the defensive end, too. He's befuddled at times.
That's a good word for it.
He just gets befuddled, man. I'm just like, stay in front of your man. You got one dude. He's 5 foot away from the hoop. It's your man. Dude scoring you, man, and then you looking around like a phantom did it. No, that's your man. That's the dude that's just standing next to you. It's like, again, he's a veteran, though, and he's a guy you can, I dare say, trust with the basketball. Amari is just a different breed for me because, I was so in love with the Nash Stoudemire pick and roll. It was just such a thing of beauty. And when he opted to go they forced him out of there. But when he opted to go to New York, I was happy for him. And he actually played very well. And then the whole thing with Carmelo happened, and he was on the downswell. He just found himself being the odd man out. But now he's down in Miami, man. He's from Florida. He can go back home and do what he needs to do and collect a check and retire. And he's already in retirement, in the realm of retirement, where all the Florida, where all the retirees go. He's already here. So
yeah, he's already retired. They just don't know it yet.
Man. The relocation fee is already paid for.
And in terms of young dudes, I'm gonna give a hard time. Who should be right in the middle of this thing, man. Again, man, with these Duke dudes, man. Yo, Josh Roberts, what you doing over there, man? Like, what you doing, man? Come on, man. You're 28 years old, man. 3.3 points, 3 rebounds, one or two assists a game, man. Come on, man. You're 28, man. Like I said, man, these Duke dudes, man, they always, like, you can't have 3 of them dudes on your team. Like, you can't. Like, just keeping it 100, man. You got Dang, you got Roberts, you got Winslow, and they all doing, like, real middle-of-the-road numbers. Move some of them dudes and get somebody who's really trying to get you buckets or really trying to hardcore defend. Something. Because, like I said, man, one Duke player on a team is enough.
You better keep quiet, man. They might sign your man Boozer.
Yo, talk about middle of the road. Them dudes know how to stay in the league and get a check, though. I got to give them that. So, anyways, in terms of, what they could do, I can't think of any play off the top of my head, but I think they could use, considering Dwayne Wade constantly going down and Bosh not really putting up huge numbers anymore. They could use another scorer, because Dragic is not scoring at the clip he used to. Bosh is not scoring at the clip that he used to, although he's scoring better than, the LeBron years. And D-Wade is always an accident waiting to happen. I mean, I love D-Wade. I was a huge D-Wade fan before the decision, and I think he's one of the best ever. But I think that he's constantly in a state of you don't know what's going to happen, man. He could be broken at any moment. So
he may be a new Crash, man.
Yeah,
instead of Flash, Crash.
He's been Crash, man. He's been Crash. Like,
but his skill sets, I mean, you can't deny. He's another one.
Yeah, he's really jumping yet after all these years.
Can't deny him, man. Can't deny him.
But I like Flash, and he's one of my favorites of all time, man. Especially that year that he won the chip with Shaq. I thought that was a dope year. I really enjoyed that. I actually really old school. I really enjoyed the team with him and Caron Butler and Lamar Odom. That was one of my favorite teams. That was a fun team to watch, man.
Did they lose to the Knicks? Was that the team that lost to the Knicks?
Something like that. They lost in the playoffs that first year. That was Dwayne's first year in the league. With him, Lamar, and Caron, that was a dope team, man. And I get why they broke it up, but at the same time, I saw big things coming their way, man, if they hadn't broke it up. Because I'm not sure how huge a part Shaq played in that final championship. He played a part. But, if it wasn't for Flash coming through on the Mavericks at the end there, man, I don't know. So I think that maybe if they would have kept building around Lamar and Caron for a while, that might have been an interesting squad. Anyways, coulda, woulda, shoulda. My grade right now, considering everything they went through with Chris Bosh and everything last year, and the fact that Dwayne Wade is always hurt, I think that as always, Pat Riley's done a marvelous job of putting something together, man. I give him like a C plus B minus somewhere in there. Like, it's not great, but they doing their thing, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. I think that plugging the holes and coming back off of the year of where they lost LBJ and not just losing LBJ, but then Chris Bosh goes down. I think that
and also totally being blindsided by the LeBron thing. Like, he gave him no heads up, nothing, just dipped out. Like, they wasn't really ready for that, and you can call it arrogance or taking for granted or whatever, but he could have gave him like a heads up, like, whoa, I don't think I'm coming back, fellas. Y'all need to start thinking about some alternatives. They made moves thinking that he was probably heading back that way, and to recover from that as quickly as they have, even though it's the East, I think they did a pretty good job.
Yeah, they did a good job of putting things together, man. I mean, and you know, knowing Pat Riley, he has some other things up his sleeve. I wouldn't be surprised if they made a move before the deadline. I'm not saying that they will, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did, because, you know, Pat Riley is always a man on a mission, and for one thing, they can say he always has his eyes on the prize. So I do look for them to be formidable. You know, Spoelstra, I don't know, man. The jury's still out on Spoelstra.
I'd say it too, right?
Man, I mean, I like him, but I don't like him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I like him, but I don't like him. You know, it's something about him, man. I don't know if it's the turkey neck or whatever, but it's something about him, man, that just, I don't know. It's just funny to me. It's not comically funny. It's just not right. You know what I mean? I don't know.
His external game is a little suspect, man. Sometimes I'm not sure what he's trying to accomplish out there. And then he spent X amount of years coaching a certain kind of a team, a certain kind of a way. So now he's got to get adjusted to actually being able to coach. And so it's going to take a minute. Like, it's the first few years that he's actually able to kind of figure out what his scheme is. Because as we've discussed in the past, they build whole different schemes around the other two. So
yeah, I would like to see Chris Bosh down on the block a little bit more too. I think he could really take advantage down there. He was down there in Toronto, and I think you know, I know as you get older, man, you really don't want a lot of that contact, man. But you know, to be out there and just be relegated to a 3-point shooter, man, I think that's
especially when you have
him a
his footwork and his agility. If you think back to him in his Toronto days, the things he was able to do from 15 feet out, you got to capitalize on some of that.
Right.
But other than that, like I said, I give him like a B-, I guess. They did a good job of getting back in the swing of things without the dude. So that's my thoughts on the Heat. I don't know. You got anything else to say about these dudes?
No, the only thing I got to say is y'all don't forget to check us out, man, and keep subscribing. And keep giving us your feedback, because it's just really great. And check Ilee Coleman out on my site, IleeColeman.com. Buy my wares, man, and check Tawdry out.
No doubt. All right, y'all. That's it, yo. We're going to take it out of the Noah J.B. Peace!